Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Before You Jump. So, before we get into the podcast, there's a few things I just want to drop a message and let you know. The first one is obviously, I'm recording again, which has been a bit of a journey to get here. So, um, obviously, we lost cows last year in December, and it's been really hard. It's been probably the most trying thing I've ever been through. It's definitely been the hardest 12 months of my life, and the last few months have been real difficult. And it took a lot of soul searching to decide whether we're going to keep going, push through with this podcast, and after I guess I want to say talking to Kels, but just considering what he would have wanted, I think he would have wanted us to keep going. The mantra of the podcast was, we want to help people, we want to show people it's okay to not be okay, and get people talking, and I think that he would have wanted me to keep going. Um, I know even when he was sick, and couldn't record, he wanted me to record, just so he can keep things going. Um, this episode was sounds like a lot of fun. It was actually really hard to record. So this features Morgan and Justin, and this first episode we just goof around because that's kind of what I needed. I needed just to laugh again while doing this, and I kind of just wanted to have fun with my friends and all that sort of thing. Because if Cows was in the room with us, that's what he would have wanted too. He would have just wanted to laugh, make them laugh, and have everyone have a good time. The episode two, we talk about him a bit more and all that sort of thing, and try and keep it positive and tell real funny Cows stories. Um, the good news is the podcast is going to keep going. That's what I'm trying to say, and where obviously I can't do it like we did before. Cows was sort of the heart of the podcast. Um, I was just the driver, really. So we're going to keep it going. We're going to have different people on every week. Some episodes are still going to be funny. Some episodes are going to be really focused on mental health, and I've already got a few recorded that really focus on that. So looking forward to keeping going, and I guess honouring his memory. And for me, it's a way not to. I mean, I'll never forget him, but just to keep him front of mind all the time and honour him as well. Um, we're going to have a lot of people on. I hope you stick with us and enjoy it, and should be fun. So here we go, episode one. We recorded for like 2.5 hours, hey, and we didn't realize how long it was. And after the first hour, we were like, "Geez, we haven't even, talked about cows a lot." So, but we're gonna have a lot of his friends on. I'd really love to have his family on as well, and those who knew him best. Um, I hope you really enjoy it. And if you wanna come on, like, man, I don't need like you don't have to be anyone. Just be someone who wants to talk, and I'd love to talk to you, and I'd love to have you on, especially if this podcast has made a difference for you. Yeah, and there's a lot of people as well. Me and Cows used to talk about on this podcast. And maybe we never got them on, or I felt there were some people we didn't have on enough. People like Matthew Willie, who we used to talk about all the time. Maggie, who I'd love to have back on. She's just one of my favourite people in the whole world. And there's other people around us who I'd love to have on. So if you think you want to be on, man, let me know. You don't have to be in Palmy. You can be anywhere in the world. We can record this, and it's always fun, and it's always interesting, and we get to go down the paths of different journeys. Just to give you an idea, like these two episodes, and then I've got an episode with my friend Alex, and we talk about anxiety, and I've got an episode with my friend Sammy, and we talk about PTSD, which is something I think Kels would have really loved to talk to her about, because it's something that you don't realize that affects you um, until you sort of talk to people about it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling and I'm just taking up more time. Enjoy the podcast and hit the music, I guess.
Hey.
I keep thinking I was going to say welcome to the first episode. But I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's the first
Why
episode
not?
after the last episode.
It's the first one back.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I can smell it. That's because it's right over there. So welcome back to the podcast, everyone. This is the first episode back since the last. The last one. It's the first one without cows. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Not that every episode had cows, but almost every episode
Yeah.
had cows.
Yeah, every episode there was the opportunity to have cows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas definitively no longer.
Yeah. I guess every episode also had the opportunity to have both of us.
That's true.
It
yeah,
just-
guys
you
should
just
have
sort of
reached out more
decided
often,
not-
You know?
Yeah, that's
Two.
actually true. In
So really,
theory-
this isn't special at all.
Yeah. In theory, every episode could have also had like The Rock or Donald Trump.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah, this one
That would
could
be a
have.
great episode.
What
No,
does
no.
The Rock... What's his political standing? Would he beat him up, or would he be
He
like...
keeps it pretty neutral because there's always the possibility he might get into office at some point.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? He wants to pull Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
he did a
similar.
whole TV show about running for office.
A whole TV show about...
Well, that
what?
was the backstory. So he did the show called Young Rock, which was
Okay.
about him growing up. But the whole backstory
It's not
was...
just a story about Chris, is it? Chris Rock?
Yeah,
No.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah.
Young Rock.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah. It was about him growing up as a wrestler's son and grandson and blah, blah, blah. But it was also like the underlying story was he was running for president and telling this journalist his story, his life story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
a good show. It was really good.
Okay, so that part was fictional, but he still actually has
Yeah.
ambitions
like-
to do that?
I think so.
Yeah, he's not super outward about it, which, makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's always kind of there.
Huh.
You know who doesn't have those ambitions? Cows.
Yeah.
Sick segue.
Yeah, let's
that
get
was
back to
terrible.
the...
Yeah,
the real
why... Why doesn't he have those ambitions,
I
Dylan?
don't think he ever had those ambitions.
Oh, yeah, okay,
That's true,
moving
yeah.
on.
I think he was like, that's a lot of like...
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
You guys did Mount Rushmore's about everything except presidents.
Because, like, ew. Or, I mean, we didn't even do, like, prime ministers or
No.
politicians in general. Because it would be really hard.
Yeah.
You should have a Mount Rushmore of Mount Rushmores.
We did once talk about that. I don't think it was on mic.
Okay.
But we once were like, well, what would be the Mount Rushmore for Mount Rushmores?
Yeah, what was your favorite Mount Rushmore idea?
Yeah.
I guess you asked us about TV shows and movies, and those are pretty universal. I think it's pretty hard to pick a definitive list, but those are pretty good talking points, you know?
Yeah. Wrestlers is always a good Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you get a good target audience, and, you
Yeah.
have enough debate, but, like,
Yeah.
you could still, like, settle on some.
Yeah, there's a lot of contenders, but there are some that are kind of undeniable. Whereas, like, comedy specials, you're like, well, there's a million
Yeah.
fucking excellent
Yeah.
ones.
That's a hard one.
Comedy specials is hard because I feel like there's some that are really influential back in the day, and then there are ones now that are every bit as good, if not better, but that's because they're standing on the shoulders of giants. So it's
Yeah.
sort of hard to compare.
Yeah. Then again, every now and again, one comes along and just slaps so hard that you're like, oh, this is the new standard.
Which one do you have
Okay,
one in
well,
mind for
okay,
like the
for
last 2
example,
years?
I don't know, but it might just be outside of
Or
2
5?
years. Yeah, okay, like Andrew Schultz's one he put on YouTube for free. Like, that was so good. Like, that was so good.
I gotta tell you, I don't like that guy much.
Don't you? Have you watched the special? Oh, that's great. He does this great Jamaican rape joke.
Oh no, I know about that joke. You played it in the course.
It's so good. It's so good. There was one I watched really recently. Oh, I know. I don't know if it was a special. It was just him doing an hour. But, like...
Yeah, what's the difference?
Yeah, it wasn't special, but it was like life changing. It was on the Mount Rushmore of
Yeah.
comedy.
It was just Brendan Lovegrove supposedly doing 10 minutes and then going over time.
Yeah. No, it was Tony Hinchcliffe doing I don't know if it was they're going to release it or not, but like it was a recording of him And you can tell it's just kind of someone plonked their phone out and just.
Oh, okay. It wasn't released. I see.
Yeah. Well, it's in like portrait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, it's him for an hour, and he's talking about his experience with the whole Trump thing.
All
You know,
right.
doing the Trump rally and shit like that. And it's like about 8 days of his life, like the 2 days before and
Yeah.
like the days after, and how he was like the most famous person in the world for like 3 days. Like the algorithms and all that sort of shit were like, you're the number one reported, searched social media person in
Right.
the world at the moment.
It's such
It
a
was
meta
mental.
special.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine if I was in a movie and then I made a comedy special about being in a movie.
Oh, so you'd be King
Yeah.
Jong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did a whole podcast about doing the special. And then I
Yeah.
made another album about being on the podcast. You know, it's
I
like,
kind of feel that's a real Kevin Smith thing to do.
yeah, it is.
Like, I'm going to make a movie and I'm going to record me talking about the movie and then I'm going to do a podcast about... Yeah, that's a real Kevin Smith thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go on tour and tour the podcast
Yeah.
where I show the movie.
Yeah. You know when old school rockers and stuff can only sing about being rich?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they can't sing about falling in love or, like, you know, some crazy thing that happened when they're on the road, or, like, they just can't. They've got nothing relatable anymore.
Yeah, well,
Everything's just-
that's where the trope of what's the deal with airplane food comes from. Because these famous
Yeah.
comedians, they're flying everywhere, and that's all they know.
Yeah, hotels and,
Yeah.
and airplane food. Yeah. How do we get to this?
I don't know.
Specials. Comedy specials, yeah.
We probably all have ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Like, so this
Yeah.
was never on the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah, no rails were promised at the start of this.
No.
Yeah, I asked Dylan what the plan was, and he's like, I don't know, talk.
Yeah, well, we just don't plan this podcast. I do have a thing for the end.
Oh,
Okay.
a happy ending,
I've got a
if you
I've got
will.
a thing for the end, but I have nothing else till then.
Oh, wow. Well, fair listener. Boy, do you have something to look forward to.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, so traditionally when we did this podcast, like,
Yep.
if we had no one on it, we would just turn up. Well, cows would just turn up. I was already here. And, and, like, we would, like, bullshit for half an hour, and they'd be like, all right, let's go, and I'll just hit record.
You know, Kels really did have the most insane way of just bullshitting.
Oh,
I really don't know how he does it. So my constant thing is, when I'm in a social situation, sometimes I feel like I need to be on, you know, I
Yeah.
need to be actively, you know, chatting away with people. And then I get this feeling, it's like, oh man, am I bothering anyone? Oh, do I have anything interesting to say? And then so, even if we're having a good time, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be in my room.
Yeah,
Kels can just fucking blast it.
yeah.
Like his mouth is a toilet seat after he's had a
Gross.
curry with prunes.
Okay.
Yes.
Really painting a picture here.
Yes,
He had verbal
Painting a
diarrhea.
bowl.
Is that what you're trying to...
yes.
Painting a bowl.
Painting a bowl. Yes.
Yeah.
Like he could just go, and then he's like beatboxing in the middle and doing impressions.
Yeah.
Maybe we should all try to do that. Like maybe I can tell stories,
Maybe-
and then
oh,
Morgan
sorry.
can beatbox, and you can do impressions.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we've been assigned the right role.
I think, yeah, I kind of think Morgan's the impression guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you beatboxing?
No, I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
you. You're the rapper.
Hell no.
You do the raps.
Look, I haven't
Isn't
rapped for a fair
beatboxing
bit.
part of freestyling?
No.
I say freestyling
I
like
mean-
the widest ever. Isn't it part of freestyling?
I mean, A, you could have two separate guys, or B, you could just play a beat on YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
Rock the microphone?
Yeah.
Do you know, I have a friend called Danny, this wonderful white girl, and one time my friend told her that I wrote raps.
Yeah.
And then she took that to mean that I freestyle as well. And then she's like, all right, go. Boom. Chit. Boom, boom, boom. Chit. I'm like, what beat is that slow? Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't, like, what am I going to do? Like,
Do some real slow slam poetry.
yeah, or I'm going like double, triple time. Like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to say? There was a cat on a mat. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the cadence.
My name is Justin, and I'm here to say.
That's like some Down syndrome freestyling, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
damn.
just real slow. But do you ever, when you're writing rap and stuff, like if you're like, I'm gonna write a rap, do you ever like just you get to one point and you're halfway through and you're like, I've written myself into a corner and now I can't get out of it? Like, because sometimes I do that with a joke.
Can you give an example?
Oh, well, if I'm doing crowd work.
Oh, yeah. Come on, crowd work is...
Crowd work is different.
Yeah, like if you're writing something, you can always edit the start
Yeah.
to lead you down a different path.
Yeah.
But
We always tell people in the course, always have an out with crowd
Yeah,
work.
but sometimes you just
I mean, what?
sometimes you just can't. Or like sometimes I've written half a joke and I'm like, well, I'll just sort it out when I get there. And I get on stage, I'm like, there is no ending to this.
But the ending is always just some weird segue, right? Like,
Yeah.
So that's just a bit of life advice. That was good.
Yeah.
Or, something like that, right? So remember that. Like,
Yeah.
something like that. Speaking of emails,
Yeah.
yeah.
some weird shit, right?
Do you make your own music to go with it?
I mean, I can't. I don't have the ability to. I
Why
don't
not?
know how to make beats.
I mean, in theory, you do.
Boom.
Isn't there some sort of app? Can't you just app it?
Well, you can get AIs to make songs,
There you go.
surely.
Yeah,
Boom.
I've been making a lot of AI songs, and I know that it's a big ethical sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
I don't get it.
yeah, so to the point where I started to try and learn these like digital audio workspaces to recreate the music
Yeah.
that the AI had spat out.
Yeah.
So this is the part that I don't get. When AI writes, finds all this music, like for example, listens to 100 pop songs and goes, okay, this is common. I'll do this chord progression. That's stealing. But when Ed Sheeran writes another 4-chord song,
I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
that's stealing too, but yeah,
I don't
But that
think
is where
that's-
I'm at. It's like I don't like AI for writing. I think I've never seen anything either creative or journalistic that was
Yeah.
any good that came out of AI.
Yeah.
It just repeats the same shit in different words. It doesn't have any intention behind it.
Yeah.
I really don't like AI art, both for the fact that it is collected for free from people who did real
True,
work on
true,
them,
yep.
and also it looks just creepy.
Yeah, some of it looks real
yeah, I
But-
don't even know about that.
But music is a formula ultimately, and
Okay.
all most music is stealing in some form or another. Like
that's
there are
just-
only so many notes, there are only so
Yeah.
many chord progressions, there are only so many instruments, and only so many ways to put that all together.
Because that's what they say. Like every song has been written.
Yeah,
So now we're just rehashing.
Yeah.
Same as like they say, oh, well, there's no
Yeah.
new jokes.
yeah.
Every joke is new. But I wrote a new joke the other day,
Oh yeah,
and I did it on stage, the baby joke.
I wasn't there.
Oh no, you weren't. You were. You were the MC.
Which
Justin
one is
was.
it again?
Oh,
I was the MC.
How many babies does it take to change a light bulb? Well, I'm 5'7", so if I stack about 10 up, I should be good.
Yeah. But you also prefaced it by saying, oh, let me do a really bad joke first.
Yeah. I just want to do something really like out there,
Yeah.
and then the rest, everything else, shit the bed. That joke hit home.
No, I mean, to be honest, I fucked you over because I wasn't getting the energy right. The whole point
think
of
there was a lot of
MCing.
things going on that night, and I think 50% of the problem was like, I don't know, that they were into it, but just weren't that into it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's the couches?
I don't know. No, because the other show we had was fucking fire.
No, I
You know what I
think
mean?
sometimes it's just the vibe of the people and whether or
Yeah.
not they're used to laughing out loud.
That's true.
Whether or not, and maybe that's just on the night, right? Maybe the same people could have a different reaction.
Yeah, true.
But having a raucous crowd and having people who are smiling and nodding and leaning
Yeah.
in is too.
Yeah, it's
It's a different feeling.
Yeah.
it's reverberating, right? Like, they bounce the energy at you, you reflect it
Yeah,
back to
totally.
them, and it keeps going in that kind of cycle.
Yeah.
And there's lots of people who are afraid to go to comedy shows because they're scared of being quote unquote picked out or they make any sort of
Yeah.
noise whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm finding it at the moment where, like, you know, I'm trying to get my friends to come to the show, obviously, and they're like, "Oh, but I'm not going in the front row." And it's like, why?
Why you cunt?
Yeah, and they're like,
Well, you don't want to support me?
I was like, I'm no, yeah, exactly. It's like, no, front row's best. And like, why? I was like, because if I know you, I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah.
I want to talk to people I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you're in it.
Yeah.
So
I'm
this
like,
is the thing I don't get as well. It's like, so you don't have a problem just talking to me, right? No.
me, you.
Well, the hypothetical you.
Yeah, just hypothetical. Oh my gosh. Yes, like we're okay having a one-on-one conversation, right? Right.
Right.
You're okay if we were
Oh,
at
that's what
a
you
dinner table
Yeah.
and we are the ones talking and everyone else happens to be listening because there's
Yeah.
a low in the conveation, right?
Correct.
Right?
Right.
It's not that different.
No.
Yeah, there's
Like,
actually
it's
one less
not-
person talking.
Yeah. Like, it's like if let's say like Ed Sheeran's your favourite performer, right? Only because we mentioned him earlier, right?
Sure.
And
Obviously.
and you're like, oh
Yeah.
my god, I can't wait to listen to his stolen music.
Oh, he only steals the best.
Yeah, and so you're like, oh god, he's so hot. And so you book front row tickets,
Sure.
and but no time ever are you like, oh god, I hope he doesn't talk to me. You're
No,
like,
it's
"Oh,
very
God, I
much
hope
the
he
opposite.
engages me."
In the same way that so many things are opposite between comedians and rock stars.
That's true.
Yeah.
Is
people-
it just that people don't want to fuck us?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a key
Yeah,
element.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't want to get too close.
Like if I had this magic mic thing going on and people were coming to my shows not
Right.
even caring about my comedy.
Right, that's why Matt
Yeah.
Rife is an anomaly.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
also why comedians don't like him.
Yeah. Wow, that and his shit tier jokes.
yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
I do notice that there is a particular demographic.
Yeah.
Every one of his shows, it's women generally between 30 and 55.
Yeah, people who are wet for him.
Yeah, who are married and see this young boy, and then they look at their heinous husband.
And they're like, oh, what does this guy do? Oh, he tells jokes. Oh, all right, I can sit through that.
Yeah.
Do young women just not have the same amount of disposable income or
I think they have more options.
Yeah, that's true.
but these older women aren't gonna get with Matt Rife.
No, but it's the
Yeah.
you just
I
let that
see,
live
I
in your
see.
head, you know.
It's
Right.
like, okay, I'll give you the perfect example. Okay, I know this is two different things, but like I'm a 40-year-old dude, right? I'm 40.
Yeah,
And so if you said to me like, hey, do you want to go clubbing or do you want to sit at home watch TV?
Oh, easy.
I mean,
yeah.
Hands down.
Like when I was 18, the answer was the same.
yeah, well, that's true.
Like, I was so introverted in that way.
My daughter asked me the other day, she's like, did you ever go clubbing? Because we were watching the Sing, she was out at a club.
Yeah, I'm sure you
And,
have, but
Oh, no, I was like, yeah, once. She's like, just once? I was like, I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
She's like, why? I was like, well, like a $7 drink, this is a long time ago, a $7 drink
oh, God
was
forbid.
like $14 and you had to pay to get in and it was loud and the toilets were disgusting.
And everyone that you go with or meet there is just going, hey, what did you say? Well, what? What?
Yeah, what'd you
oh,
say?
what am I drinking? Oh, you know, but it's that one conversation dragged out for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was like, I'm never doing this again.
You're a wise man.
And I never did it again.
I
Yeah.
cracked under pressure many times. I went clubbing quite a few times.
Did you?
Yeah, but I never really enjoyed it. There was a handful of times when they were playing music that was a bit like different that I got into.
Yeah.
But then house parties are just better.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. So
Yeah.
is a pub.
The pub?
Yeah, like I like going to a pub where they have sports on, and you can just sit at a table with your drink, and no one fucks around with you.
No one fucks around with you. What does that mean?
I mean, no one's like, "Hey, do you want to dance? I like this song. I can't hear you." There's none of that. There's no fiddle fucking around.
I can't remember the last time someone asked me to dance.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, fucking intermediate.
probably my wedding.
Oh no, actually, no. There have been girls that asked me to dance, but those were friends that just wanted to dance.
Yeah.
And there was no one on the dance floor, so you're like, "Hey, Justin, you're crazy."
Yeah, you'll bust
You're
some
a
moves.
rapper.
Yeah. I'm like, "Yeah,
Freestyle
I'm
on
writing
the
some
dance
rhymes,
floor."
man. Fuck off."
Does everything have to rhyme and rap?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Not everything
To an
needs to
extent,
rhyme.
right?
It just has to flow.
Well, it needs to be slant rhymes, or it needs to sound similar,
Yeah.
right? There isn't actually a rule that says everything has to be a perfect rhyme.
Okay. If I give you words, do you think you could rhyme them off the top of your head?
Yeah, of course.
Owning.
Zoning.
Okay.
Poning.
Yeah.
Boning.
Yeah. Moaning.
Moaning.
Yeah.
Rezoning. Remoaning. Holy shit. And you could
Disowning.
disowning.
Okay, that was that
Lowing.
one was easy. How about flag?
Ooh. Shag.
Rag.
Yeah.
Sag.
Sag.
Slag.
A word that I won't say, but we're all thinking. Tag. Tag. That's the one.
Okay.
No, I
I was
said
like,
that.
what the fuck word are you talking about?
Fag.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought for
Say-
sure that was a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and then I fell into it.
Yeah. No, I honestly have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
That word is not big in my vocabulary for a
No.
reason.
No. It means cigarettes.
I just prefer to go gay. Okay, how about mattress?
I mean,
Atlas.
yeah, actress is a slant rhyme.
Yeah.
Yeah, actress is real good actually. I got that actress on the mattress.
Yeah.
Backless. Like a
Fuck, I could be
backless
I
dress.
could be a fucking rapper, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Except I have no sense of music timing. I'm very uncoordinated. I can't string together a sentence hardly.
Are you the type of person that can't 1-2 step
I
to the
can't.
beat?
So I've learnt in the last few years about this condition that some people have, where they can't imagine things in their head,
Yeah.
so they can't visualize things.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I never knew about it. I'm that, but music. So I can listen to music and appreciate it. But if you're like, oh, could you drum a beat on the table? I'll be like, I can't do that.
You know
can't
who has
process
that
it.
condition?
Who?
Jack Edens. Our friend Jack Edens.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's a
Jack
DM.
Edens!
Yeah.
That's who's I was thinking of the cousin the other day.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We've talked about that.
Have we?
Cousin.
Yeah, good stuff.
Okay. Is this some
really?
sort of
Me and
kinky
Jack- No, I'll tell
situation?
you off the mic. Jack Edens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm the same.
Yeah.
I can't hum a beat. I can't hum a
hum
hum
a
a tune.
Yeah.
I can sing along to a song,
Can-
but I can't hold a note.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really either. But that's about your breathing. That's
no,
about.
but that's but like
You're
can-
saying like you can't hit the note, let alone
I
hold
like
it.
I can't hear what note it is.
Yeah, tone deaf.
Yeah, I'm tone deaf.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because my favorite band is the Deftones.
Oh,
hey,
my
hey,
God.
hey. Yeah, I can't. I'm musically deaf. I appreciate music, but I can't make music.
yeah.
So I couldn't be a rapper. I could write rhyming words
Rhyming words like
Yeah.
that.
like bottle and throttle.
Oh my gosh, you did it! You did
there
it!
you go.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never said I was a good rapper.
like Hulk Hogan and Terry Wogan
Oh my
setting
gosh.
up a tree.
K-S-S-I-N-G.
Oh, what a fucking pair they would be.
N-I-G-G, no.
Whoa.
That's Hogan style.
Yeah, that's more Hogan. All right, okay. Well, let me ask you this. If each of you, for whatever reason, and I don't care about skill level. We're not talking about that. But let's just say you got to pair up with your favorite, because like Morgan, you make music. I know
mean-
you say like, oh, AI does it, but you still make it.
Oh man, I still write the lyrics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean,
you're
that's
still
something.
musical and shit like that. So I'll ask you this: like, if you could pair up with any musical artist, living or dead. When I say artist, it could be a band. Like, it could be like, the
Okay.
Beatles, because you know.
That's good bang for buck.
Mm.
You get more people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I? Oh, they're like the London Philharmonic.
Yeah. Well, you can do it like Metallica did and be like
Yeah.
S&M.
Why not? Right? Like it's like 80 fucking musicians right there.
No. I mean, you're not gonna fuck them. Like, you're just gonna
I'm
team
not
them up
saying-
and make a song.
No, I'm saying like that's the breadth of the talent that I would have to work
totally.
with. Yeah?
Yeah.
Like if I choose the Who, they know like 4 instruments. Yeah. They know them very well,
I think
and
you're really undermining the Who.
no, I fucking love the Who.
you're
that
good,
that was
good.
my first answer that came to my mind. Like even when it was just one person, I was like
Yeah.
Keith Moon.
Okay.
But you felt ripped off. You're
So
like,
who-
I need
who
to
would you-
get
like, so you get to team up with them, and you're gonna release a single, right?
a single.
And it's all like, oh, the music goes to charity, blah blah blah. So like, this is your dream. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I get to work with, Boy George or whoever. Whoever's your fucking person. God, I hope one of you picked Boy George.
That could be your
That was
one.
a real random pull, eh? No, fuck no. And it's
Man
not because Boy
George.
George is like, fucking erogenous and shit, or transgender or whatever. It's just because I couldn't give a fuck about Boy George.
When does Boy George evolve?
Oh, into Man George.
Yeah, or Grandpa George.
Yeah.
I thought he'd kind of evolved to Girl George.
Yeah, Woman George.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, who would you? So you do the
Well, I
London Philharmonic Orchestra? I mean, that's cool. I fucking dealt with that.
The London Philharmonic. The Paris Philharmonic.
Oh,
Come
whatever,
on,
whatever.
Morgan. Fuck.
The
Man,
Papakura Philharmonic Band.
Look, I'll team up with those guys from Poirier, you know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm trying to remember the small
Poirier.
town.
Wow,
in-
you're
the-
really a big fan.
Partia
That's here, yes.
Kapahaka Group. I think it is, or something.
I was just trying to rack in my brain, like, what's that small town in Taranaki?
Yeah, Partia. Partia, yeah.
Who would you pick?
I mean, I couldn't go past the Beatles.
Actually, the
that-
Beatles.
that's-
I
fair.
mean, they're my favourite band of all time.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I love the Beatles.
Why do you like the Beatles? Like so
so
much that
fucking
you like
cool.
them.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They're
Their
really
music
open
is
about their
great.
drug use.
I mean, whatever. But like, but I do have a thing where it's like I love the Beatles, but I only love the early stuff and the late stuff. The weird shit in between, like Sgt. Pepper's and stuff. I wasn't that down with.
Really?
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, that's my favorite." I'm like, don't get me wrong. There's songs on those albums I love, like "Lucy and Sky with Diamonds." I love that song.
Yeah, I guess I
that's a
haven't
fun
listened to Sgt.
Yeah.
Pepper's, like, start to finish.
It's fine. It's good. It's probably still better than half the shit that comes out now. But I'm like, when you
You
compare
just
it
mean
to
as
like
an album.
you look at it as an album, you compare it to their other albums. I don't rank it as high. Like their last album was by far their best album. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
It was fucking amazing. But like, yeah, I love the Beatles. I've always loved them. They've done some shit when you listen to it. You're like, because I think the problem is people think of the Beatles and they think of like, "I Want to Hold Your Hand," which is like one of
Right.
their first songs. And it's all poppy and shit, and they're all like, "Yeah, I want to," and they're all wearing suits, and that's what they think they are. But they forget that they did like Revolution and back in the USSR and shit like that. That was fucking some real rock shit. Get Back, which was real like
Yeah, Get Back's great. I love that song.
Fucking dig at the government and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Beatles.
Yeah.
If not Michael Jackson,
Yeah. I was,
just because, but I wouldn't bring my kid.
Would you offer one? No.
I mean, I would, but it wouldn't be my kid. I'd be like, I found this kid.
If that's the price for art.
yeah, was that Jamie Verney's bit?
Oh,
It was
I
like,
can't
yeah,
remember.
would you take it in the butt from Michael if it meant that he wrote the next great song?
I mean,
Yeah, it's a real greater good situation. Yeah.
I mean, I think. Okay, if that was a question, would you take in the ass from Michael if you wrote the next great song? I'd be like, do I get all the royalties from the song?
Yeah, I guess that's...
Because we're talking a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
No, it's just
But-
for the music.
Yeah, because
No.
I don't
No.
think any of those kids got
No.
any royalties,
Yeah, as much as because I'm not exactly like lining up to taking the ass here, but like,
Yeah.
but like if some dude came along and be like, look, you're gonna get like $50 million worth of royalties probably.
If he then writes a very touching song, no pun intended, very touching song, a very touching song, and it stops a number of people from killing themselves.
Do I still get the money?
No.
No.
Yeah, as Jada would say, here's some philosophy for you.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started. on that
Sorry,
bullshit.
and it's not because I don't want to save people's lives, but I already do a podcast on mental health. I'm doing all I can. You know what I mean? Like,
When does it end?
I kind of feel like I've done my bit, and now
Okay.
Michael, it's his turn to do his bit, but he doesn't need to fuck me to do that. In fact, it'll probably make him kill himself. So again,
Yeah, no offense, you don't look like a kid.
no,
You don't look like
I
Macaulay
don't take
Culkin.
offence to that either.
No.
Once again, 40.
Yeah,
So-
it's just a number. To answer your question, original question, the person I would probably want to work with is Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
But there are two problems with that. One, What if he's just talking about Drake the whole time? It's like,
Yeah, is he
I
stuck
can't
in
really
a
chip
rhyme?
in on this, you know?
Like,
Like,
dude, I've run out of rhymes for Drake.
Lake, Ray.
yeah, what rhymes with
Put on the
pedophile
brake.
again? Yeah. Second thing is, like, he's so talented and lyrical and stuff like that. I don't know what I'll bring to the table at all.
True.
You know? I mean, obviously, if I'm working with a great musician, they'll, like, blast me out of the water anyways.
Yeah.
And so working with Kendrick will just be like, oh, cool, I got to do this. I learned
Yeah.
this stuff. And
I think you're onto something there, because now that I think about it, and I'm like, oh no, 100% the Beatles. I'm like, what would I offer?
Yeah.
tambourine.
I probably couldn't keep it fucking in time.
Oh, but neither could they. Every song's ended in a different
Yeah.
time than they started.
I know what I would do. They'll be like, look, we need someone to keep Yoko out of here.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I'll
I'm
bounce
onto
that
it.
bitch.
Yeah, I'm onto it, man.
You saved the band.
Yeah.
Oh, funny, I was there like 60 years ago. Or whatever it was.
Yeah. But yeah, you bring up a great point there, Justin, because the other one I was thinking of was Dave Grohl. Yeah, because if you think
yeah.
about like the album that he did with all of those other artists that had shared that recording space.
Oh,
Sound City.
Sound City. I love that album.
Yeah.
The one with Paul McCartney.
Yep,
That
yep.
song's
Paul
fucking
McCartney's great.
hot.
Rick Springfield
Yeah.
probably had the best track on there.
amazing.
And so I was like, all right, well, he knows how to collaborate. And, you know, in addition to all
Yeah.
the multitude, like he's, you know, our
Yeah.
opposite when it comes to music. He can play any instrument. He knows. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
pitch perfect. He has like his voice still holds up crazy well for all the
Yeah.
screaming he's done over the
And he's
years.
super humble and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he would actually listen to your ideas, I reckon.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
like,
Whereas I think like someone like, I don't know Kendrick Lamar that well, but I would imagine he'd be like, look, fuck off. But I think you're onto a winner, man.
yeah, because like, yeah, we know that he can just do everything himself. Like that,
Yeah.
that 20-minute song Play, where
Yeah.
he was just doing every instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, well, I mean, you know, he just keeps the Foo Fighters around because he doesn't want to do all the work all the time.
Maybe we're thinking about this in the wrong way. Maybe it should just be the most fun experience. Like, maybe I
Okay.
should pick the Blue Man Group.
That would be fun. I reckon that'd
Yeah.
be legit fun. You know who I think all of us could pair up with individually or together? And as a legit band, and I think we'll actually have something to offer. Tenacious D.
Yeah, but even they're not
Because-
together right now.
I mean, they're going to sort it out. They're bound to sort it out. But, like, if you think about it, like, as comedians, we could probably sit down with them while they're writing the song, the lyrics,
Yeah.
and be like, you know what'd be funny?
Yeah,
This.
that's true.
Yeah.
We could collaborate on a comedic level at least.
Yeah.
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 I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
And
who
then, like,
else will be open to doing comedic stuff? Would there be an
Flight
artist
of-
that's like...
Flight of the Conchords?
Yeah. The Bloodhound Gang. Like I feel like they were kind of
Bloodhound Gang.
like a one-off. Like nobody does that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you think of a normally quote-unquote serious band that has enough of a playful personality that they could do joke songs with you?
Well, I'm going to
like
again
once?
throw out the Beatles. Because they kind of did have
Yeah,
fun songs, you know.
yeah, they did.
Yeah. Robbie Williams a good one for that.
Oh, Robbie Williams would
Like
be great.
especially if you get into the album tracks and B-sides, like
Yeah.
he's got a lot of very funny kind of songs.
Yeah. Eminem
Yeah.
has a lot of fun songs, Eminem.
Yeah, he
I was
does.
listening to one before, and it was, I can't remember the song, but he's like, my bum is on your lips, my bum is on your lips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm lucky, you might just give it a little
Little
kiss.
kiss.
Yeah. Like, he's had some, I mean, he's done some very serious shit, obviously, but like, he's also had his very fun songs.
Yeah, he doesn't really do those much anymore, though.
No, he's a bit more like a legit music
Yeah,
artist.
since he's retired the Slim Shady character.
Yeah. I'm sure there's other people. I mean, I think I would work well with the likes of, like I said, Tenacious D, Flight of the Conchords, Bo Burnham.
Yeah,
Oh
You
my
know?
god.
yeah, all those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would be so intimidated by Bo Burnham.
yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do Mitch Hedberg. Mitch Hedberg?
He wasn't a musical guy.
Sorry, not Mitch Hedberg. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? Musical comedian.
You think of drugs.
No, yeah. The guy who plays all the music. Anyway,
Bill Bailey?
no, not Bill Bailey.
You know that
The other
music
English
man?
one. Long hair, longish hair. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Bill Bailey would be fun.
Yeah. Oh, Tim Minchin?
Tim Minchin, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
He's not British,
yeah, he's
though.
Australian, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
Ah, well, what do I know?
I was thinking about him, and
Yeah.
like, that can't be
Obviously
right.
not that big of a
Yeah,
fan.
but he's hilarious, man.
What about collaborations for film?
Oh, Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino?
Oh, 100% Tarantino.
I don't know if I've got the feet for it.
That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
But you could
You're
help
worried
him
about Michael
find
having
feet.
you.
And he also yell at me the whole time, and then I'm just trying to have fun.
Kevin Smith would be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kevin Smith.
yeah. You wouldn't want to go Kubrick.
No.
Nope.
Just do a million
no.
takes and break your actors.
I think people like John Favreau would be fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he's a cool movie maker. He makes fucking cool movies.
Tell you what, Edgar Wright.
Yeah, Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy who intimidated me out of pursuing filmmaking.
Yeah.
See, I don't get that
I
mentality.
know you don't get that about me, but it was just a singular moment. It's like, oh, I couldn't even think of the idea to do that, let alone how to do it.
Yeah.
But what if you could learn how to think of that stuff?
I mean, possibly, but certainly me at the time, where it's like, oh, I should put my energies elsewhere.
Yeah.
no.
What's the best movie idea you ever came up with? Like when you're like, oh, I could make a movie like this.
I don't know that I came up with any particularly good movie ideas. I did write a whole feature that will never see the light of day because I don't think it's that good.
Well, we could dust it off and make it better.
I don't know. I mean, there's a few things worth salvaging in it, but
Yeah.
it was called Everyone Stupid Dies.
I like it.
Yeah, it was a parody of zombie films, in particular the second Resident Evil movie, which I announced partway through seeing it in the theater. I was like, good God, I'm going to make a movie called Everyone Stupid Dies. It's like these characters have no basic human level of operation.
That sounds quite cool, actually.
There's a
Might need to
scary
dust it off.
voice down the tunnel. I'm gonna go investigate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, an alternative title would be Brain Dead if that wasn't already taken.
Yeah. That's well gone.
See, I've had plays and stuff written.
I was going to say, I
And-
thought you would have a million ideas.
Yeah, but like film isn't the form that I tend to focus on, right?
Let's just change the question. Then.
Or like a story idea.
Yeah, what is like the best one you haven't actually written? Where you're like, I got this idea,
Okay.
but I've never written it. You know.
Okay. So there is one thing that I've wanted to write for a while now,
Yeah.
which is like a Squid Games-esque Battle of the Wits type of story,
Yeah.
where people come in with that same premise of everyone's in debt,
Yeah.
but they have to outwit each other to get the final money.
Yeah.
That's
It's not-
just, I mean, that's
it's
just
not
a
physical
genre.
challenges. It's
No.
all like, they have to fucking figure shit out, and there's
Yeah,
all
no,
layers
but-
of who knows what.
That's based off an old genre that has existed in Asia in a while, and I've always wanted to take a stab at it. I've had other dumb ideas in the past, like I wrote a pilot of a TV show called Tai Chi Politics, which is just these old people in a Tai Chi club, but they're fighting for power, and like there's
Okay.
a guy who's been ostracized in his other Tai Chi club, and you're taking this guy as hostage.
Yeah.
And the old president is incompetent and mysteriously ousted. You know, it's like real Game of Thrones-esque, but real low stakes.
Okay.
Yeah, just saying like how seriously people can take anything.
Yeah.
Because I mean, legit, like this has happened in my mother's life.
Yeah.
Like,
And does the whole thing happen over like one Tai Chi session?
because it's that slow.
Like a 2-hour Tai Chi. Yeah, everyone's moving real slow. It's just all inner monologues. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, they are thinking about tripping each other over, and it doesn't happen until like 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's the best movie where you've gone, I wish I had thought of this?
Well, I know Morgan's answer. He's
Yeah,
already
well,
said it.
on a filmmaking level, it is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a great movie.
Like, just because obviously, like Edgar had already shown a lot of his techniques in like Shaun of the Dead and Hot
Yeah.
Fuzz leading
Yeah.
up to that. But yeah, that's where it all came together for me. I was like, oh man, he is taking more shortcuts in the language of cinema
Yeah.
than because I was studying film at the time as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I was I was quite switched
And then
on.
he dropped out.
Well, I didn't. It's
You
hard
checked
to,
out.
It's hard to, like I finished all my film papers.
Yeah.
It was the rest of my BA that like it wasn't happening
Oh,
for
okay,
me.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was clued in with all the conventions and
Yeah.
the storytelling techniques of camera work and all these things, and I was like, oh, he is taking these assumptions that we've built up over decades and decades, and
Yeah.
he's putting more shorthand in here. It's just so stylistic and fantastic. Like, I was like, oh man, I am not
Yeah.
capable.
I mean, he probably spends a lot of time at his desk brainstorming how to do that,
Oh,
right?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, like he didn't just come up with all of these in totality in one go.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, what else can I do? And it takes him years and decades, one idea at
Yeah.
a time to collect those, right?
Yeah.
I think mine would be Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, yes.
That and Parasite are just
That was my answer.
God.
Yeah.
Parasite's so good.
Fuck.
just unbelievable films.
Hey, speaking of unbelievable movies that you cannot believe, have you guys watched The Substance?
No, I want to though.
What's the substance?
Fuck.
It's Demi Moore and was it Margaret Qualley?
I don't know.
Yeah.
She's off The Maid.
Right.
I don't know how to describe this movie. It was so fucked
What's
up.
the genre?
Horror?
Yeah, like the body horror kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is it
science fiction?
Okay.
almost.
What's the plot? Like
Okay.
the premise?
Demi Moore is an old, washed-up, famous person.
Yes.
And also,
and
she's in this movie.
also in this
Yeah,
movie.
exactly.
No, so she plays this like she was a big sort of movie star, and then kind of faded out and became a big TV star doing aerobics. Like, she
Like a
has this
Jane Fonda type.
Jane Fonda type, yeah.
Horrific. I'm scared already.
And she's in her 50s, and she gets shit canned from her job for being too old. They want a new young person, and so she's like, oh, I gotta find a way to be young. Have you ever seen Death Becomes Her?
No, I haven't. But keep going.
Oh my god! Firstly, you missed out on a classic.
Okay.
Bruce
I believe
Willis, buddy Goldie Hawn, and Meryl Streep. Fucking such a funny movie.
Oh.
Like legit funny. Like
Yeah.
legit.
Like trying to be funny or just.
No, like proper funny.
Okay.
Like
Because I love Meryl Streep in Defending Your Life.
yeah,
Yeah, that's. Yeah. Albert Brooks, hilarious.
yeah. And Bruce Willis is fucking great in it.
Movie.
He doesn't play a tough guy. Like he plays a loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's really awesome. Anyway, so she finds a way to become young again, but that's all I'm going to say. It's Demi Moore. She wants to be young again. She finds a way.
Okay, and that's like a sci-fi way
Yeah.
or an occult
Horror.
way.
Yeah. She finds the stuff.
Yeah, the
The
substance, if you will.
substance. It's actually what it's
The
called.
substance.
And she takes it, and so she can be young again. But I'm not going to say any more.
Yeah.
You just got to see the movie. There's a lot of unnecessary Demi Moore nudity. A lot. Like, more than you ever wanted in your life.
I don't know if it's about what's necessary.
It wasn't necessary.
It's about what I want.
I mean,
know?
I can't dictate that for you, but, like,
More than you wanted.
more than I wanted.
Wow.
And look, don't get me
And
wrong.
you're a horn dog.
For her age, Demi Moore's in great shape. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one's sneezing at her body. But, like, it's a weird saying. Achoo!
Yeah,
What were
it's
you
so rude.
snorting off her
Yeah.
body? Pepper.
But the young girl from Maid is very nude in it as well.
Worth watching then.
Well, that makes it worth watching. But it is so worth watching. It's
The
brilliant.
substance.
It's fucking out there.
Okay.
Yeah, don't watch it after having like 9 tacos.
What?
I mean,
Oh,
I'll
because you
let
wanna
you know
throw
when I
up.
have 9 tacos, first
Or
of
like
all.
a massive curry. It may regurgitate on you.
Yeah,
Because there are
because the
some
first
scenes
thing
that are horrific.
the first thing that I thought was because this movie would make me shit myself.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm scared.
I mean,
Okay.
that one episode of Attack on Titan.
Oh my gosh! Let's not talk about that. Look, I had some sort of tummy bug, and I was in a rush.
I do not need to know that story.
Yes. It was an exciting episode,
Yeah.
and my body was in shock.
Yeah. It's not that you'll be scared. It's just some of the stuff you sit there and you go like, oh, this is so gross. I'm gonna be sick.
Oh, okay.
It's a fucking great movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
My answer for your question was also Parasite. That
Yeah,
was
that's a great answer.
Yeah, because see, that's one of my favorite films, but it's also a film that I never want to watch again because it would kill me.
Oh, I love
It would ruin me.
I think I've seen it like 4 times.
Wow. Yeah, I
I
know that
believe
I
it.
want to see it once more,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I've been fine having not seen it again.
Well,
The first half is some of the funniest shit
Oh, the funniest
I've
movie I've
seen.
ever seen.
in a long time. This long con,
Yeah.
getting the housemaid fired.
Yeah. Oh, I love that movie.
Oh, yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, I take it back. I've seen it 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, because it is, yeah, at the same time, it is one of the funniest movies around.
Yeah.
It tells such a deep and layered story
Yep.
and a social criticism.
It
Yeah.
has unique social commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not just like, oh, poor people and rich people, am I right? It's like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so let's drill down on that.
Yeah, rich people are nice because they are rich.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
And
they
also-
can afford to be nice.
It's also a commentary on like how far you'll go to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's the
what
other
would
side
you
of the
do to
coin,
live?
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has to make that decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then on top of all that, just beautiful, flawless cinematography
Oh, yeah,
and,
great.
Yeah.
and set design and just everything
Great
has
direction.
everything has a meaning behind
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Symbolism that you don't
Yeah.
even think about at the time and then go, oh, wait, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there was an interview where it's like a lot of people were saying this is the like it's the up and down movie, like all the high society people are like up a hill, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that,
the
that
poor
comes into
people
sharp
are-
relief. Yeah, in the flood. Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
making
Obviously,
that
Close
they're
down.
down,
Shit
literally
closed down.
underground.
Yeah.
And then the director's like, "Well, that's true, but it's not just that. Even within the house, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Totally.
Yep.
You know, because of the guy in the basement,
Yeah.
and that's where the housemaid also lived.
Yeah. You even have to like to get to the house. They have to go up.
Yeah."
Do you know what I mean? Like upstairs and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and then, you know, the first shot of the house is this big, like, sunny, open, which, you know, his normal day life, there just wasn't, right? Everything was cramped, you know.
Yeah.
This guy's literally pissing and it's dripping down the
Yeah,
side
yeah.
of the window.
Yeah. No, that's a cool movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good one. That I wish I'd like. Oh, I wish I'd thought of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's got the right combination of funny, but also pointed that I would like
Yeah.
to aim for.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it's a smart movie.
Yeah.
super smart.
If Kels was here, I know what his answer would be because we've had this conversation.
It's not just like Fridays or something, is it?
No,
The
no.
other guy is
It's a legit movie. No. He's always said like if I could ever have made a movie, it'd be Django. It was one of his favorite movies ever.
Django.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loved that fucking movie, man. We talked about it all the time.
Oh.
He was always like, "That's the best Quentin movie." I was like, "No, it fucking isn't." I was like, "It's top 3, but fucking come on, Pulp Fiction."
yeah.
Yeah, his would be Django. He fucking loved that movie. Probably followed very closely by like, yeah, maybe the other guys. He fucking
yeah.
talked about that movie so fucking much, and it is a legit good movie.
It is. It's weird because
Underrated.
because I finally watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he'd been recommending it for years, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. Because I had seen what I had first thought was the first scene,
Yeah.
which was The Rock and Sam Jackson jumping off the building.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually a little bit in,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
it turns out. But I thought that was just like, oh, this is the start of it. Boom, those guys are out. Here are the other guys.
Yeah.
But and I found it very funny at the time. But I just it was like on TV. I was switching channels, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That scene always makes me fucking laugh because there's just nothing for them to land on.
Yeah,
They're like,
aim for the bushes.
aim for the bushes. There's no bushes and shit. I'm just like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's very, very funny. But yeah, like it takes so much to motivate me to watch a movie.
Yeah.
I'll watch like 5 episodes of a TV show in a row. I'll listen to
Yeah.
podcasts all day, every day. But a movie, I'm like, okay, this is an
Yeah.
hour and a half. This is 2 hours. This is 3
Yeah.
hours, whatever it is. And I'm like, I have to dedicate to this.
I find it a lot easier when I'm watching something with you or with someone
Yeah.
else because then we're actively body doubling.
Yeah.
We're like, we'll keep each other in check. We've got to stay on task, and it's this movie.
Yeah, and so Tracy finally, said to me like, "Hey, let's actually watch the other
watch
guys."
this movie,
She had
yeah.
seen it before,
Yeah.
and so she wasn't motivated necessarily by seeing it. Like,
Yeah.
where the Jump Street movie, she was like, "You have to see these,"
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
they're so
and
funny.
man, that second one is fucking excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
But but this one it was for Kells, you know,
Yeah.
and luckily, we got to see it while he was still around. We got
Yeah.
to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
See, I didn't watch it, and now I wish that they'd just play it at his funeral.
I tell you what, it would have been better than that second hour.
Yeah, that priest really should have wrapped up, and at least I would have been engaged.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, it would have been a better use of everyone's time if that guy shut the fuck up. He couldn't even say Kells' name properly. And he
Yeah. I didn't.
I mean, because
Yeah.
I conflate. There were two of them, right?
Yeah.
And neither of them could say Kelvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was always Kevin.
Yeah.
and so it surprised it hasn't come up yet, but from that day I announced that from now on I will pronounce heaven with an L to make
Kelvin.
up for all
Kelvin.
the L's that they took out of
Yeah.
Kelvin.
Yeah. Yeah. That was shocking, eh? Like.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
one guy is like, oh yeah, I guess I heard he was a comedian, and it's like,
Yeah.
and that's fine and good, to be a comedian, but life is real. Life's
Yeah.
and it's like, oh fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're
Yeah.
listening to this because you genuinely knew and loved Kells, fuck you.
No.
No.
If they would have never listened to this.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, do you respect what the dead actually wanted? Do you
Yeah.
respect his character? Do you respect the type of company that he kept and what he wanted this funeral to be?
Yeah. I think there were other things going on, which is why they were involved in shit like that.
Yeah.
But, and I don't want to.
Yeah, we don't need to dwell on
dig
it.
ditches and shit like that and find out. But I was a bit flabbergasted when
Yeah.
he kept getting his name wrong, and he keeps saying things like, "Oh, he kept changing job like he was a failure."
Right?
And
Yeah.
I was like, no, he kept getting headhunted for better jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause people wanted
Yes,
it.
that's right. Because I'm going to fully break kayfabe here. Like, I've rewatched the VOD.
Oh, from his funeral.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still up, but I downloaded it at the
Okay,
time.
cool. Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. He kept he used to sell insurance, and then he sold ice cream. No, he didn't sell ice cream. He was
yeah.
a merchandiser.
Yeah. They make it sound like he had one of those carts at the Esplanade.
Yeah. It's like no.
You want a paddle pump?
Yeah.
Little boy?
He was a sales rep. He was going around.
Yeah.
It's like, goddamn, there's like these sheltered fucking religious people who know
Yeah.
nothing about actual jobs because they're just like, oh, my job is to stand up here and bullshit for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, did you
Yeah.
all know that Satan is also known as Lucifer?
Here's the thing, right? They do public speaking a lot, but we as comedians, we need to know how the room is vibing because
Yeah.
otherwise we're just not doing our job.
Yeah.
These guys are used to just pressing play.
Yeah, captive audience. They can't do shit about it. You are the man of God, and they have to listen.
Yeah. I think we were lucky though because we had I don't want to say people warming up for us, but like his cousin went, his cousin spoke and shit, and she was really good, and then like his uncles and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was all kind of a good build
Yeah,
up.
and Pete was before us as well, or
Yep, Pete
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Pete.
oh no, Keanu didn't talk.
no.
But
Trish
yeah,
did.
Pete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pete did really well. I was really
I was
so
so,
Yeah.
I told him at the time, I was,
Yeah.
and he didn't believe me.
Yeah,
I was
he
like, "Hey
nailed
man,
it.
you did great."
Yeah,
He did do great.
Really good. He didn't need to say a lot because people just knew.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And felt what he was
Yeah,
putting
exactly.
out
So
there.
much of it comes through.
Yeah.
And Kel saw this coming too.
Oh,
Yeah,
he would've
absolutely.
seen-
set him up.
I remember Kel's being in hospital, imitating Pete, which
Yeah.
I didn't really know at the time either.
Right,
and then
yeah,
I,
you haven't really seen
Yeah.
Pete.
yeah,
that
and then
way.
I saw Pete up there, and I was getting flashbacks of Kel's imitating him. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
I think it's good to have on record here. Like I'm sure Kel's talked about it when he gave Pete his funeral plans, and it was
Yeah.
all a big prank.
Oh, yeah,
It's
the
like
doves and
the purple satin coffin and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
doves.
Yeah, Prince impersonator.
Yeah.
And so what the wider audience doesn't know yet is that he never actually made his serious plans.
No.
And so Pete was just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, putting the priest aside,
Yeah.
apart from them,
Yeah.
Everything else
it
was
was
good.
what he wanted.
The first hour was excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next 9 hours were fucking
Except for the part where, as we're bringing him in, and the Cult of Personalities playing,
which was great.
Yeah.
and we've put him where he's going.
Yeah.
We're all sort of dispersing back, and then the music's about to hit the solo, and then it just cuts hard. Like, you telling me you do funerals here every day, and you don't know how to fade down a slider?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny is I went to, because I've been to a fuck ton of funerals lately, but I went to one recently. It was my other best mate. So when I met Cowles in primary,
Yeah.
him, my mate Kieran and I, we all became best friends. Anyway, Kieran's mum died as well, and we went to her funeral, and I was comparing the two, and I was like, okay,
Right.
well, Celeste wasn't religious, right?
Yeah.
So, but in comparison, it was just fucking night and day. Like, hers was really funny, light. Like everyone walked away with a smile on their face. Like, no one walked away sad.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she would have wanted. I was like, fucking, that's what Cowles would have wanted.
Yeah.
Like, he would
Yeah.
have wanted everyone to walk out of there with a smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He was that guy. He was funny. He was caring. Blah 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 blah. And I think a lot of people just walked out there going, "Fuck me, that was horrible."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was not horrible, but
Yeah.
fuck me, that was
Yeah,
long.
to be subjected to a
Yeah.
40-minute just angels and demons fucking sermon
Yeah.
that had nothing to do with him at
And then-
all.
No, and then he's talking for 15 minutes straight, and then he's like, to my second point, you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lost it then. I was like,
Oh.
and that's a few seconds later, Siobhan had a POTS attack
Yeah,
as
yeah,
such.
yeah.
Thank God.
Her sodium was whatever.
Yeah.
So she went up, and Justin was with her, sort
Yeah.
of following her. And as soon as I saw those two, I was like, we can leave. We're leaving.
Yeah.
And Tracy, come on, let's go.
Because we sat behind you guys, right?
Right.
So we were near the front, but the girls, my girls, had sat further back with my mum,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
and Mia's got POTS,
Right.
Yeah,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
when Siobhan left, I said to Jen, message mum, make sure she's alright.
Yeah.
And then I really felt like going, message mum.
Yeah.
Tell her to tell Mia to fake a POTS attack. I'm like, no, I should probably hold on. But
So,
yeah,
boys, if you ever die,
if I ever
Oh
die,
yeah,
If you
don't
ever
let
die-
any fucking priest, preacher, pastor, whoever the fuck, anywhere near anything.
yeah.
yeah, how would you guys want to do it?
Oh, I've
Not
already.
the dying.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then okay.
Oof, got to think about this.
I was buried in a mound of vagina.
Death
I've
by
already,
snoo snoo.
I've already planned mine.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I've planned mine. Like I said, I seem to be surrounded by death. Although it's calmed down now. Fucking not
Yeah.
wood. Where some,
Wherever the studs are.
but no, I've got mine sorted. Mine's fucking done. So
It's
this is-
already done.
I've already got mine planned. I've told Jen what I want. She's
You
like,
already
"Yeah."
had your funeral.
I fucking could.
It's
I feel
next
like I
Wednesday. I'm not going to be dead,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we've planned it that much.
Well, it's like,
When's it Justine fucking
yeah,
makes show?
Thursday and Friday,
do you want to
depending
go?
which show.
Do you want to do it before or after? What
It's
do you
not
think?
far off what that show will be. This is what I want. I've already decided.
Okay.
I know the music, but I'm not going to go through all of it right now.
Okay. Wow.
But I can tell you a few of the songs. I definitely want Pearl Jam, and I want oh god, I'm having brain farts. I can't think of the name of the song.
Jeremy's
No,
Call.
fuck no. Anyway, it's a song about death. Anyway, so that song, I want it at the Globe. Like,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want it in a funeral parlour. Like,
Yep.
fuck off. I want my thing wheeled into the... I don't expect anyone to carry me. I want my shit wheeled into the Globe.
Yep.
And then I fucking... Originally the plan was Alexander Sparrow was going to MC it.
Right.
And I've told
We
him
could probably
this.
get him.
Oh, no, I don't want him to fly home. It's a long way for a fucking...
You're saving cost in a lot of other ways. So spring out for a
still
flight.
really expensive.
Yeah.
So then, I've seen when he moved overseas, the plan changed to like, just get Morgan to organise.
Yep.
Fucking, if he wants to do it,
I remember
fine.
this.
Nathan
Oh,
wants
man.
to, or Justin or Nathan wants to dust off the mic, fine. I was like, just one of them. And I was like, all they're doing is introducing people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then I fucking want to do, you know, when Tommy left and we did
Yeah.
like a show for him, and
And we all did one of his jokes.
yeah, that's what I want. I want everyone to go up and
Yeah.
do my material and like pick a bit of material, make it better, and just nail it.
Can I just take your idea and barbecue you on the day?
Yeah,
Rather than
that's him
performing
doing
the
one of your
joke.
jokes.
The marinade.
Yeah,
Hey,
marinate your body.
If you can talk Jen into it, I'm down for anything. I mean, I'm dead. What the
Yeah.
fuck do I care?
Yeah.
And then I want to be cremated. Now, here's the tricky part. It doesn't involve anyone else. If I die in winter, I'm to be cremated and left at the house until summer. And then in summer, I want to...
Until summer.
until summer.
Damn.
Yeah, until it's warm. And then I want my family, preferably in February, to drive to Whitianga, where my family is. And there's a particular spot on a beach, where I want my ashes scattered. So
Okay.
it has to be in the water, right in front of the big Pahutakawa tree, on
Okay.
Wharikaho Bay, on the beach, which is where we used to go when I was little to swim, right there. And if I die in summer, we can just do it whenever. But I said to them, but this is the thing. I said, I want you to go with the girls and Brick and my dad and whoever else wants to go. And I want you to have a picnic. I want you to swim. I want you to have fun, fish if you want to, blah, blah, blah. And just before you leave, tip me out. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it. Simple
that's
as
nice.
that. So I want a show. I want you to do a show
Yep.
where I'm at the show. Closed
Yeah.
casket.
That's
and,
nice.
And then fucking, yeah, just burn me up. I don't give a shit.
You know, I'm really juggling between ideas now. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh, that sounds
He's
pretty
like, oh, I
fucking
can
right."
make it an improv funeral.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
I was thinking maybe I could do this thing where it's open casket and then people could come around with a felt tip pen and like draw a mustache on me, sign their
Oh, yeah,
name.
sign their name on your
Yeah,
face
and then of
shit.
course I'll be naked.
Yeah.
You know, it's just more surface area.
I call signing your wiener.
Oh, yeah. Might yeah, there's
all
not
right.
a lot of space there.
I got a shit
Um,
name. Dylan. You know.
Yeah, just D.
Yeah, that's fine.
And everyone would be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, all right.
And then maybe we could play some sort of hype song and have me crowd surfing on everyone. Yeah, you have to watch the butt plug.
A hype song.
Yeah.
What about like? Would you do like Beastie Boys Sabotage? That's a good.
Sabotage!
Yeah.
Oh, Beastie Boys. I love how incompetent they are with the lyrics. They really just went into rhyme zone.
Yeah.
And goes, walk. I'll stir fry you in my walk. That would
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon that's a fucking cool plan. Actually,
It would be fun.
a live band would be fun too.
Yeah. Or a dead band. It's just the corpses of
Yeah.
a whole band. And if they're not dead by then, well, we've got to make it happen.
Yeah.
What's the best band that's all dead?
Oh,
Because if you talk like the Who or the Beatles, some of them are still
some of them
kicking,
still
you know?
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, all dead.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite band that's all dead.
And
I
is
gotta
it
say.
like Buddy Holly and... Because they all
know.
died in that one plane crash? Or Leonard Skinner, I guess, right?
I mean, but are they all dead? Because even like the
What, no,
Beach Boys had
didn't they
one.
all die in the bus crash?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't that big of a Skinner fan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not huge, but
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, all right, what bands do we know for sure are all gone?
I mean, by now there must be some like early Motown bands that are. All
Oh,
dead.
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Like surely
Yeah, are the
there's some-
Four Tops
I mean,
all
of
still
course.
with us? You know?
I don't
No,
know. man.
yeah. I mean, there'll be heaps. We're just not thinking of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we could find an audio.
Yeah, there might be some homework.
Yeah.
We could just hire like the Grateful Dead.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I've
oh.
heard that joke before.
And then after the funeral,
Oh yeah, okay.
I want someone to take one of my plays and go and apply for funding. And it's like, in memorandum of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Let's get $10,000.
Yeah.
You know, this guy who's been in the community and
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
theater for a while.
We could do that before the funeral. We'll just pay for your funeral.
Oh,
then
yeah.
we just
Fuck, I
put on
didn't
the-
even think of that.
We put on the play. I mean, like, because do your plays require a lot of like props and shit? Like,
They
do
could.
do they
could,
require
but-
anything? Like,
Some do, some don't.
I mean, surely, like, are we talking like a grand? Like, could a grand cover your whole play?
Oh, props, yeah.
Okay, so that's 9,000 profit. And then,
We're gonna produce this shit.
okay, so and then we'll whip off like I don't know. What's your play with the least amount of people in it?
Least amount of people. Let
Yeah.
me think.
Like the lowest cast, the smallest cast.
Porn heist?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
3.
3. Okay.
Four.
Four. Okay.
Four.
So
Two parents and 2 kids.
if we whip off,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
yeah.
of
If we
course,
whip off
yeah.
another grand to pay them, right?
Yeah. It's community theater.
Yeah, they don't
get
expect to
paid.
get paid.
But,
I don't
we're
expect
going to
to
sell tickets, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sell tickets to my funeral, by the way. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, sell tickets to the
You
funeral.
have to pay
Oh,
for
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
pay for itself.
Yeah.
You know, like I expect Jen to walk away with a few bucks to pay for the fucking cremation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And if you don't go, you're heartless.
Oh, I reckon.
Yeah.
Fuck, the theater awards do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
Like-
you got to pay to
Yeah,
go.
they get.
Yeah, you need to pay to go to possibly receive an award.
It wouldn't surprise me if like the Comedy Guild Awards charge as well.
Oh, so they actually do something pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
so membership is $30,
Yeah.
or you can go to the awards, which is $30, and that
Yeah.
pays for your membership anyway.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
they're,
alright.
they're really cool about that.
Okay, so it's kind of free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, not that I'm.
They're
gonna
still
fucking
making money
join
off
the
it.
Comedy Guild.
No.
yeah. I'm not a member either. I recognize that that's a cool way of doing it.
More likely to join the Lollipop Guild. So, Wizard of Oz. Bloody reference here for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. So we've all planned. Oh, Morgan. do you
Yeah.
know
Oh man, I got no plans.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. One time I asked you what your plans were long term.
And I broke down
You
crying.
literally broke down
I'm
crying.
like, this isn't my problem. This will be someone else's issue.
Hello? I live in the now.
Yeah, totally. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We'll just.
That is just an improv funeral.
Yeah.
Well, next
It's
on the
true.
agenda, you decide. Can I get some suggestions, please, from the audience?
Would someone like to do a eulogy?
Yes.
Yeah, can we get some an occupation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Morgan was a plumber.
I tell you what we'll do for Morgan's funeral. I reckon this is fucking. I got an idea.
Oh,
Alright.
now we're punching them.
So
I mean, go for it.
we hired the Lynchway place, all right?
Sure.
Whatever. Anywhere, it doesn't really matter where. And we fucking everyone ushers in. Everyone goes in, sits down, and fucking. We're about to, and then like maybe one person gets up. Let's say your brother, right? So your brother's going to get up and talk, right?
I mean, it's a similar situation to Pete.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
He is
okay.
not
Yeah.
much of a talker.
No.
Okay, so fucking, I'm going to get up and talk, right? And I'm going to start the thing off, and I'm like, welcome everyone, to this very solemn occasion, and I'm very sad to be here, but I have the honour of speaking. And then I want the back doors to be kicked in, right? And I want like whoever's the best New Zealand wrestler to come down.
Yeah, is it
And-
going to be Tyron by then?
Probably. I mean, maybe Tyron. Maybe we get the.
I mean, we know he can.
Yeah.
He'll say yes to it.
That's
We'll
true.
get his tag team partner, right? Him and his tag team partner.
Him and his
okay.
chest hair.
Yeah, him and his tag team partner, the Cuz, they bust in and they fucking kick over your coffin, and they just have a, you know how they say like, oh, Kurt Angle could have a match with a broom, like they just literally have a match, like they tag team it and shit, and then like when we get to the end, I rip off my shirt and I've got a ref shirt, and Tyron pins you and I count to 3, and I hand him a title.
That's a brilliant idea.
And
And,
then
we're
I'm
like,
like-
Tyrant, you're now dead.
I'm like, well, that's
Yeah, you've won the death
yeah,
championship.
yeah. I'm like, well, that's the show, guys. And that's it. I reckon
Yeah.
that'd be fucking. That's
If,
right up
if
your
anyone
alley.
can give me a hand with this body,
yeah,
and maybe there's a hammer there. If you could
Yeah.
just hammer up the coffin,
yeah.
that'd be great.
We'll just throw a match.
Yeah,
We're gonna start the crimination now.
It's an inferno match.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go.
If we could just roll Morgan's body out to the garden there's a hole.
And we're not gonna do the whole WWE thing where the chair shots into the back. No, we're going full head contact.
Of course. Yeah.
Because, like, at this stage, concussions don't matter.
Yeah.
As long
Yeah.
as we don't bust you open, like crack your skull
Well,
open.
yeah, because if I've been not cremated, embalmed,
Yeah.
then there's not going to be any blood coming out. So
No.
that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, just don't cave my
We're gonna
skull
have
in.
to get some fake blood then.
Oh, yeah, I gotta get color.
I reckon we pump you with green ooze too. So when we bust you open, it's green, and people
Oh
are like,
my God.
"Oh my god, he's an alien! He's
Yeah.
an alien this whole time."
We reveal some like robotic parts and like a
Yeah.
arm or something.
why
Oh my
you-
god.
That's why he had that weird accent. It was just AI.
Oh my
Just a switch on his back.
It's just on off. It's like, hey, what happens if we put that on?
It's like, hey guys,
What?
how's it
That's
going?
There's one of those strings that you pull.
Yeah,
It just says a bunch of shit.
amazing. I'm looking forward to yours the most now.
Yeah, what are you doing,
That's
man?
real.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
real
know.
horrible. What a horrible thing to say.
I mean, honestly, if we don't do it, for real, like that would be a great idea. Making their show
Yeah.
and for everyone to be like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?"
Yeah.
Well, it's like Graham Chapman's funeral, right? Where
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
they spill the ashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's fucking great.
Yeah, and then they start vacuuming it up.
Yeah.
God, it's so good.
It's definitely what he would have
Yeah.
wanted.
I've actually told Tyrant he should go into business doing gender reveal. Like, I saw a video and it was a gender reveal party for
Sure.
a baby, and they had a wrestler in pink and a wrestler in blue, and whoever
right.
won, that was a gender.
Uh-huh.
And so I said to Tyrant, I was like, bro, you should fucking get into business doing this.
Yeah.
And like raid parties and stuff like that, kick the doors open and start fighting and stuff like that. I was like,
That would be pretty fun.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
fucking really cool.
Not that I like gender reveal.
Yeah,
parties.
I'm not big on those, but
No.
so, like they exist, and
Yeah.
and capitalizing on them doesn't hurt anyone.
No, no,
Except
people
for
want
Tyrant.
them.
It's gonna get his shit kicked
Oh
in.
yeah,
Yeah,
because it's always a girl.
only if he's the wrong gender, which sometimes some people are.
We're like, Tyrant, you could play either one of these colors, but you have to lose every time.
Right? He's the job guy, even in his own business.
Yeah, so like the two of them walk in and everyone already knows.
Yeah,
There's no way that one's gonna win. I know it's a show, but that's just not realistic.
yeah,
Yeah, it was wild seeing that show in Wanganui, because just by the sheer nature of it, most independent wrestlers are smaller than most big
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
professional wrestlers, and of course that keeps on trending when
Yeah.
you get to Wanganui wrestlers.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
But then to see H Flame
Yeah.
be bigger than some other guy that he's doing the fucking Code Red to,
yeah, yeah,
it is so awkward.
yeah.
Because that's like a cruiserweight and a half move. It's Amazing Red. He was like the
Yeah.
tiniest guy around.
Yeah, Torrance is a pretty small dude.
Yeah. So
Overall.
yeah,
well, so-
yeah. So how do you book that gender reveal match? Do you
Yeah.
want the smaller guy to go over in a bit of a surprise, or do you just say, oh, well, the bigger guy wins all the time?
You Rey Mysterio it.
Yeah.
You know what
the
I mean?
Giant Killer.
Giant killer. Yeah.
Can Tyrant Rey Mysterio though?
I mean, with enough training, anyone can Rey
Yeah, I mean,
Mysterio.
ultimately, yeah, no one really can Rey Mysterio
No.
to the level that Rey Mysterio is. But
Yeah.
like,
Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
but like he runs the ropes better than like a lot of fucking people.
Ray?
No,
Or Tyrant?
the Tyrant.
Oh, yeah.
Like
yeah.
he goes like broad break of like full speed ahead. That is great.
He's actually sent me his last match. So
Oh,
I was
I-
going to
I-
watch it tonight.
That's great. Yeah, I'll watch that with you.
Oh, yeah.
Because like seeing the brief bit that we got to see of him live,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he's got it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he the movement and
Yeah.
just the placement and the timing and everything, like all those fundamentals that you don't think of.
Yeah.
Like, And so it'll be great to see him get more offense in
Yeah.
and to really be able to work more of a match.
And as we record this, he's got a match tomorrow,
Yeah, that's right.
but I can't go. So,
If only he was better looking.
don't think he's ugly.
You know, like you need a
I
hero's
wouldn't call
face.
the
You
dude
know,
ugly here.
You know,
He's an
was
alright. He's an alright looking guy.
you know the Rock is charismatic. Is what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
But you don't like Tyron's catchphrase?
Okay. Okay.
So watch out, okay?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's fucking great. It's the most Kiwi thing. If the
it
only
really
way-
is.
Fucking hell.
The only way that would make it better is if he starts every interview with, they're like, so Tyron, you're going to get up against bloody, bloody, blah. What do you think about it? Yeah, nah, I'm just thinking about, you know. And then at the end of it, it's like, okay.
Fuck. New Zealanders are so scared to put anything out there.
Right.
They're so scared of ambition or like big swings or just anything.
Yeah, of like really stating an opinion as an opinion.
Yeah. It's like, what are you scared of? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's that whole, like, British colony.
Yeah, but the British are like that in person, but then they still do crazy shit in like the
Yeah,
TV
but they
shows.
sent all this shit here.
Yeah, but
Like,
that
there was a
long
whole
time
civilization
ago.
here, and they're like, oh, look, there's an established civilization. Let's send our shittest people here.
I don't think Aussies are like that, for example.
No, I think they are. I think they are.
I mean,
Aussies-
that
Aussies
was
are
literally
shit.
the story there. They were sending
Yeah.
prisoners.
Well,
there.
no,
But-
yes, but I mean with the tall poppy syndrome and stuff.
Yeah.
I know they're all criminals. Sorry, descendants of criminals.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, some of them are criminals, but some of everyone's are criminals.
Can I just give a quick, sorry, just really quick. Can I give a really quick, it's just Aussie Criminals,
Okay.
a really good show to watch. Can I just plug a real
Sure.
good show?
Yeah.
It's called Mr. In Between.
Okay.
It's on Disney. It's every show is 30 minutes.
Right.
Every episode, I should say. It's the short seasons. There's only 3 seasons. A dude at work was Shakespeare.
Yeah.
He was like, "Fucking, you gotta watch the show. You gotta watch the show." And I was like, "Okay." Fucking put it on, and from episode 1, I'm like, "This is gold.
All right.
Really good." I don't like much Aussie stuff. Brilliant.
Okay.
Absolutely brilliant. It's funny. It's violent. It's very criminal underworld. It's about this thug for hire.
Sure.
And
Has it got anyone we know, or
I don't think so.
that's
I haven't
all right.
recognised anyone in it so far.
yeah?
But brilliant. If you get a chance, Disney Plus, Mr. In Between,
All right.
you won't regret it. It is so
Just in
good.
between.
Yeah, brilliant show.
What's the in between? Like gangs?
Oh no,
Like
because
middleman type thing?
he's the kind of dude where he's a violent criminal for hire. Like he does violent
He's a
crimes,
mercenary.
but he's also got like kind of morals and stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay.
And the only way I could describe it, like I was talking to my dad about it, I was like, the best way to describe it is say he walked into your house and shot you dead because someone paid him to. And there was 10 grand on the table. He wouldn't take the 10 grand because he's like, well, that's money for your kids.
Right.
So I can leave that there so they've got some money. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's that kind of dude. He's like,
Yeah.
I was only paid to kill you. I wasn't paid to rob you.
I
Right.
thought you meant he didn't even get paid at all. He's just sort of
Yeah,
killing
yeah.
you.
Yeah. If someone
the
asks him to
principle.
kill someone, he's like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah, I promised, you know.
There's an episode where he gets, like, kidnapped, essentially. And I'm not going to go into details of the episode because it's fucking the best episode they did. But in the end, the guy who kidnaps him, he realizes, like, he's just another paid thug. Do you know what I mean? So they just kind of part ways.
Right.
Because it's like, well, you were doing your job. This wasn't... You didn't mean to hurt me.
Yeah.
That's the kind of dude he is. It's fucking so good. Very funny. Very, very funny. Anyway, back to dead people.
Yes, that where we were.
we-
I was fine with you just taking it in another direction.
Yeah.
When you said, hey, wait a second, I thought you were doing a plug for NordVPN or...
Oh, no.
Squarespace.
No one wants to pass.
There was some point where Kells intimated that you guys were going to have like a Bluetooth sponsorship at some
No.
point. Is that no? That
No,
didn't-
never. Never.
You think if we just started saying company names,
No,
they'll eventually
That's
One day-
never
go
worked
on.
ever.
One day before recording, he goes, fuck, I got an idea. I was like, okay. He goes, let's pretend we have sponsors. But let's do, like, legit, like, people who do sponsor podcasts. Like, let's do ads for them and shit like that. And then we did another episode where all we talked about for 20 minutes was PB Tech. How amazing they are. And we keep going like, now we're not sponsored by them, but we could be, you know. And we're like, oh, PBTech's amazing. The team there are amazing.
Did you guys ever send them the episode?
Nah.
You should have at least have done that.
The way
Yeah.
they crank up their prices right before a sale so that it seems like there's a
Yeah.
discount. Oh, it's so good.
amazing.
Yeah, but the
Absolutely
prices are still
amazing.
better than the other places.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, they're fine, but
Depends on what you're buying.
they got some dodgy fucking practices.
If you,
But
if
they
you
all do.
Yeah.
what I found about them is if you're buying an accessory like a cord or a fucking whatever, like that's not the best place to buy it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like go on Temu and shit. You know, like
Right.
go,
Yeah,
go
like
buy some
J-Card. It's
Fucking
typically where I
this-
picked up adapters
Yeah.
and cords and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. If you're buying actual electronics, sometimes they're good.
Okay.
Like we got a TV inside we got from them and it was fucking great buy, but then I got it home and I realised this is the slowest TV to load.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
cheaper.
Yeah, it hasn't got a lot of RAM or
Right.
fucking something
Yeah.
processing power. You think for a 75-inch TV they'll put like as much as they can. They
Yeah,
kinda
they
just put
got
the
plenty of
beam
room for it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
They're like, we already spent the budget on this other stuff.
Yeah, yeah, like, oh, sorry, we needed crack and whores. So here's a TV, we just put it together.
Crack and horse.
Yeah, well, you know.
You got to do
What?
something as a TV manufacturer.
Yeah, what are you spending your
Oh.
money on? Lollipops and what's the opposite of whores?
That's what I would.
Christians?
Lollipops and Christians.
Oh, no, wait, Jesus was married to a whore.
If I had a nun with a lollipop, I would be a happy man.
Where is the lollipop? People listening can't see this, but Justin's got a real, like, oh.
He pointed down with his eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so there are two cushions on my lap, and that's just
And that's
coincidence.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's making a small. There's a small peak.
yeah.
There's a small peak. There's.
Okay, we should at some point talk about cows.
Yeah, I was just thinking, do
Yeah.
we want to really dive into it all?
Okay, that's where we're going to stop the episode this week. Oh, you're probably disappointed. Yep, it only gets better from here. And the next one we talk about cows, we talk about his funeral, we talk about meeting, we tell funny stories about him, and we have a lot of fun talking about him because, like I said before, it's what he would have wanted. So, join us again. Thanks for tuning in and listening, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be back. And looking forward to doing many, many more.